advanced manufacturing course aims to review blueprint reading and drawing creation, tooling and fixtures analysis, hardware and software analytics, CNC programming, and CNC machine operation, so that they are integrated in one project. The production of a plastic part integrates such concepts with the development of a plastic plate with the shape of an institutional RAM. This product integrated computer modeling, computer-aided manufacturing, numerical control machining, conventional machining, electrical discharge machining, and plastic injection molding with the use of the tools available at CIMA. It all started with a small keychain and a metal that had the shape of an institutional RAM. We wanted to reproduce this in a plastic part. Fast prototyping was used, turning a DXF file into small PLA 3D printed part to have an idea of what the final product could look like. The DXF file was extruded into a 3D model so that the mold could be generated. Nevertheless, the product seemed too small and straight for the available tools, so the plate was scaled to a maximum length of 170 millimeters, width of 15 millimeters, and height of 127 millimeters. With the finished plate, the mold was generated. Positive and negative sides were extruded into 6 by 7.5 slabs. In this step, it was important to check that the dimensions of the positive and negative plates were congruent with the available tools. With minimum corner radii of 3.175 millimeters, which coincide with the radius of the smallest tool ball mill available for our use, sharp corners and straight walls were avoided. Once the geometries of both slabs were designed, computer-aided manufacturing was used to configure the set of tools, tool parameters, and tool paths so that the CNC milling machine was capable of machining our plates. It was important to ensure that no collisions were present in the simulation so that the actual machining process didn't have any flaws or collisions. The simulation process was important so we knew which machining steps were necessary so that the machine plates stayed true to their original design. The simulation process became iterative because the tool parameters were not adequately set at the beginning. The geometry of both negative and positive side plates were changed, even after it was already known that the tools had to fit properly. We paid close attention to the finishing machine steps, since those tool paths define the surface finish and accuracy of the mold. Once the machining process was complete, several scalloping steps were added to both plates so that the surface finish was smooth as possible. The simulation was made with the aid of Fusion Autodesk, and it was estimated the machining time would take 2 hours and 40 minutes for the positive side and 1 hour and 43 minutes for the negative side. With no collisions or any other problems in the simulation, we were ready to machine. Professor Victor Romero helped us through the stage. The process began with the machining of a positive side plate. In the CNC milling machine, the program was loaded and the working coordinate system was set, along with the zero of the piece, establishing the proper coordinates so that the machining process was made properly. All the team members contributed in the stage of the process by helping changing tools or lowering or increasing the feed rate of the machine if it was necessary. This process took approximately 3 hours and 30 minutes because of the lowering of the feed rate and the manual change of tools. The negative side was machined by the professor because of time availability reasons, but it was also finishing according to the original drawing. The shape of the mold was already machined, but the total width and height of both plates were not corresponding and they wouldn't fit in the injection molding machine. This is why a final facing process was made to each of the sides of both plates using manual feed rate and the facing tool of the PIWA machine. Finally, the cavity for the plastic sprue was made with a manual conic rim so that the injection of the plastic was possible into the cavity. For the EDM process, an electrode was picked from the manufacturing laboratory. The copper electrode was installed in the EDM machine, and the machining parameters were set. The positive side mold was submerged in a dielectric solution, and the machine worked for 20 minutes. After this, the desired shape did a 2 mm etch on the mold. Once the mold was finished, it was installed in the plastic injection machine, where the spindle temperature was set to 190 degrees Celsius. Polypropylene was used to inject the plastic plates. After 4 or 5 missed attempts, a total of 140 cubic centimeters of plastic were used, and 5 successful injections were made with minor defects. As a whole, this project was enriching and integrated all the major topics covered in class. With proper organization, we were able to inject the prototype we intended.